Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending with wherever you are in this part of the world. Welcome back to Chira at Shumbasville, where we are building our rural retirement homestead in Buhera, Zimbabwe. In this video, I am going to update you. Like I said, it's going to be updates on whatever takes place at our homestead. In this video, it will be about feeding our fruit trees as well as mixing our livestock feeds. Thank you to you all my subscribers for your ongoing support, tuning in, sharing, commenting, and those who continues watching from the balcons, terraces, and those who have just bumped into my channel. Thank you very much for your support. Please do consider subscribing, and to you all, your comments are very important to me and I always take them seriously. It is that time again of the season, and we are now making sure we are feeding our fruit trees. It is the right timing, this late winter, possibly early spring or spring, to give the nutrients enough time to be absorbed by the roots and to support the new growth, as they are also now flowering. As you can imagine, most of the fruit trees now are flowering. And we are looking forward to harvesting mangoes, peaches, you name it. I'll be showing you as we'll be harvesting. That is the good thing. So we need to make sure, all the trees are well fed, well looked after. It is very important to us, basically, to be quite honest, very important, because manure supplies phytonutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium for healthy growth. It also improves the soil structure and better water retention, which leads to more abundant and higher quality fruit. We need to make ice cream. We need to make fruit juicy. We also need to eat. So yes, it is very important to manure our fruit trees. The manure we use, guys, we are making sure these fruit trees are going to be organic, 100% organic. And the manure we use is well composted, because freshly dug can be too strong and will bend the tree roots. It happened before. We took the manure straight from the crop, put them on the trees, they bend. So what we do now is we dug this manure, carry it or put it somewhere, then this will be the ones that we'll use after they have decomposed. We have also realized that putting manure directly to this tree trunk, it also causes some problems. So in our next manuring, we need to start putting the manure a few inches away the trunk to prevent manure moisture build up and potentially diseases, and spread in the ring on the soil surface around the base of the tree, extending outwards, like that area it is away from the roots, because right now we are not concentrating on the trunk, around the trunk, because they are mature. It's now possibly maybe the roots that we need to start feeding. So it will be more of extending outwards, like the area covered by the tree's branches, to feed the roots. That is what we are going to do next, because we have found out some of the trees are getting, the trunk are getting affected. So we will start doing that. Most of our fruit trees in this orchard, guys, they are flowering and they have the flowers, and we are looking so much forward. And yeah, guys, I have something. Sometimes you struggle to keep a secret, or maybe to keep some news within yourself. So I've just decided to share it with you guys. I'm so excited. We have our Wambugu apples. Most of them have died. We only have two. One is about still less than 30 centimeters. These are 2 years old. One is maybe somewhere there, and we've just noticed some flowers, guys. And we are not going to remove the flowers. I know the first flowers you're supposed to remove them, but no, it's not happening. We are keeping them. If it means wedging them, we're going to wedge them. We can't. I know some people might say, you are happy with only one tree. Some people, I know they have 300 trees all flowering and giving them fruits. But if you don't have something and you have it, the excitement is totally different. Anyway, feeding time for our livestock. I have done a video last year when we were mixing our feeds. We are doing it again this year. It is important to invest as well in buying foods. We buy our feeds locally, and some of it comes from South Africa. So because we need to make sure we look after our livestock the same way as we try to want them give us more of the calves, more. The livestock needs enough of the appropriate nutrients at each given season for bone formation, fertility. As more calves are needed, guys, we need them, as well as nutrients for other metabolic functions. Only a balanced nutrients diet can give this assurance. If you need more, or maybe to have more livestock, you have to be serious with whatever you'll be doing. So at Shumbasville, we try not to compromise on the quality that can have a harmful effect on the short and long-term performance to our livestock. So what we do is we make sure we have to also look after our livestock. So in here, we are mixing our own feeds. We are having 2 bags of urea, 2 bags of P12, 7 bags of coarse salt, 1 bag of calorie, and we also have 3 bags of crash, like grinded maize stem and maize on the cob. Then we also mix it together with everything. The urea, this improves the digestion, feed intake, and nutrients utilization, especially in diets with poor quality forage or during this dry season, because it's winter, guys. The grass is dry, the nutrients are not as compared to the rainy season. And we also give them the P12, a phosphate lick is also added to create a balanced ready mixed phosphate lick, so that they can lick. This coarse salt we are also putting, guys, it's 7 bags. It is 7 bags of the coarse salt that we use. And in this mixture, the 7 bags of coarse salt is added. It's also as essential nutrients in animal feed for our livestock. We have to have it, as it acts as a source of sodium chloride, vital for maintaining electrolyte balance, nutrients, metabolism, and overall health. And the salt can also be supplied through salt licks, which we also do at our Shumbasville. We also have some salt blocks where they leak. And as same as adding them like what we are doing now. And this also helps actually to boost milk production in dairy livestock, because we need a milk, guys. We need milk for Hodzeko strong tea hovu. So we have to make sure all these things are done. In order for you to have a good harvest in anything, you have to look after it. You have to make sure you put in it, because they say you reap what you sow. So we have to make sure we provide the nutrients for our livestock. This is now the dry season. Whatever they are eating, the nutrients are not that strong, or some haven't got some of these supplements that we are using. So we are also, like I said, a bag of calorie. This is the spray dried molasses, which we use it to mix in it, as it also improves the palatability. It increases energy content, that sugar in it, and acts as a binding agent during palating, stimulating higher voluntary intake, improves the binding of ingredients together. Because of how it is, when you mix all these things, it binds them, so that even if you put the feeds, the wind is not going to blow it away. It's because of that. So definitely it minimizes the losses during handling of the feeds, which is the good thing about this spray dried molasses. Some you can use it as liquid, but in this one obviously it's a powder one. And we also added to this one 3 bags of macrash or any other ready-made survival straight feeds. So for us, this is where we do grind the maize system. We also mix it with the maize on the cob. Then we grind everything together and we mix everything in it. So guys, anything done in excess can be dangerous to livestock. Hence, when mixing, one has to know what they are doing. You need to know the mixing ratios as well of this urea, P12, chlorine, and the salts, because it can cause damage to your livestock. They might start losing weight. They can actually even die. So you really need to be very careful when we are doing all these things. I know sometimes we do this mixing and adding to reduce the cost, but it can cost you more than what you would be expecting. So that is the danger of it as well. So we really need to be more careful when we are mixing. And you also need to maintain health and safety. People need to wear appropriate shoes. They need to wear the mask as well. It is important. We need to look after ourselves, but sometimes these guys, they just do boys being boys. But yes, we need to continue reminding each other. It's not an easy job as well, guys, to mix all these things and make sure it's well mixed, everything into each other. So yes, but it has to be done. And like I always say, guys, without our community, it wouldn't be easier for us. Even though yes, we are helping each other, but we really depend on them as much as they depend on us as well. So community is very important, guys. And when you are working with people, it is also very important to look after them. Please, let's not forget that we need to look after our helpers. We need to look after those who are there to support us, those who are there to make us achieve what we are achieving in life, those who are helping us to be where we are. We need to help each other, because there are some people crying every day, but they are not looking into the root cause analysis. Of course, it can be the individual who are basically vaneta zvisinga kodzere, but some are caused by basically the way of how we look after them and how we appreciate what they do. So sometimes it can demotivate them. So as human beings and as us, the ones who need support, who needs people to look after our homestead and things like that, I think it is also very important to make sure we look after each other and make sure that we are all happy. Livestock feeds is an important part of overall livestock health. That is the reason why we are doing all these things, guys. They need all the nutrients. they need them all. They are just like humans. We need a balanced diet, same as animals. They also need a balanced diet for productivity, growth, and reproduction. And without a good diet, I think we will struggle. This is when we start realizing or seeing that our cows, or maybe, what can I say, our cattle are taking so long before, they start giving us calves. But some, if you look after them, they can give you a calf yearly without fail. And this is basically based on how you look after them. This is basically based on the importance of giving them balanced nutrients. Because without that, it will be, you wouldn't actually achieve more. Because in order for these livestock to be on heat, they need to be healthy. Skinny livestock, they will struggle to be pregnant, and they can also have stillbirth calves. All these things will be caused by being malnutrition. So what we need basically is to make sure we are giving our livestock a balanced diet. Yes, it is important, like I said, the balanced diet for productivity, growth, and good production. They are like humans, guys. You cannot do anything when you are hungry. You cannot do anything when there are some deficiency of some nutrients. You just have to have a balanced diet in order for you to function, in order for you to be productive, produce as well. And, because there will be no need for you to have 100 livestock cattle and you are not even looking after them. If it means selling some of them to buy the feeds, you have to do it. We do it at our homestead. We sell some of the cattle in order for us to buy the medicine for the hoeing, for dipping, for any of them that will be sick, January diseases, all these things. We have to sell some of the cows to buy that. We also have to sell some of the cows, the cattle, to buy the feeds. So it's not like the money has to always come out of your pocket. You can utilize whatever is there, sell them, rather than not selling and then you have them dying from January disease and things like that. You will run a loss. So you need to make sure you sell and have the medication. At our homestead, we dip our livestock weekly, and then we also take them to the main dip after 2 weeks. We do this, we spray everything. We have to make sure all these things are done. So anyway, my supporters, my subscribers, I say thank you very much for your ongoing support. Thank you very much for sharing, liking, commenting, and your advice is very important to me. Please do continue advising me. And that hay you are seeing over there, it's left over from last year. We're just giving it to the sheep and goats with some sprinkle of molasses. Thank you very much, guys. My next video will be updating you on our farm bricks, guys. Some of you, I know you don't even know how to make these farm bricks, and the only thing you know is just seeing them already done. I'm gonna take you through the process. Like I said, I've already taken you, and we are nearly at the end of it. So my next video will be about updating you on our farm bricks, as well as our chicks that we have bought not bought from the hatchery, and I will be updating you on that. And anything, like I said, anything that will be taking place, I will be showing you. I know sometimes it can be really busy that you struggle to get the time to do so. I'm not complaining about the Starlink. We have the Starlink, but sometimes it will be the time. And also, guys, I deserve a holiday. I deserve a holiday. So yes, thank you.